Hello, it's Easter Sunday, or at least it is in the UK. It's not Easter here in Bulgaria, not for another 2 or 3 weeks I think. As you can see, I've got some blocks here. I'm doing the summer kitchen. I'll show you what I'm going to do in a minute. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. We had Adam and Lim from our little Bulgaria adventure come to help last weekend with putting the wind generator pole up. Never would have managed on my own. In the end we had help from Stefan and his father as well, from the village, and even with 4 of us it was quite a job. So that's I haven't got any video of it being put up, but I've got a few pictures, and I'll show you what we're doing there. So summer kitchen, I'll show you what I'm about to do. So the reason for moving blocks is to do the new part of the summer kitchen. These are just laid out just to see where they're going to go. The plan is they're going to be 3 blocks high. I'm not worried about tying anything in, or normally on each corner you'd put a piece of rebar down through the column blocks. I might do that just for this one, but that's all. Simply because the idea is when I've got up to 3 rings, I'm going to put a concrete table, excuse the mess, but something similar to this, and that will tie the whole lot in together. And then there's going to be a new barbecue built in here somewhere, and the old barbecue over here I'm going to eventually sort of turn that into a pizza oven. So that's my my sort of morning's work. I've only got to bring it up to the 3 rings, or the three layers high, then leave it for a day or 2 to dry, and then I'll do my concrete ring or concrete ledge all the way around. So I'll come back to the summer kitchen in a minute. This little bit of video is just for the benefit of my friend John Dunnett in the UK. It's showing the Antonovs up at the local airfield. John used to have one that he imported from Poland, I think, and flew for a few years. So there you go, John. Right, I'm going to go right back to a couple of weeks ago now and show you the us fixing up the polytunnel, and when we tried to put the pole up for the wind generator. So we've managed to salvage the polytunnel sheet. I've lost one bay where it was ripped at one end, but it's still a good sized polytunnel. I've done the bottom a bit differently to give more ventilation during the summer when it gets way too hot, and also because it's a better way of holding the sheet down. I can put net along there if I want to stop anything getting in. So coming in, all a bit of a mess because I'm still in the process of doing it. So I've still got this end to make a door for. But that end's all gone back together reasonably well. It's never going to be a perfect poly tunnel again, but it's certainly good enough. It's now one bay shorter, so it's 24 foot by 18 foot, which is big enough for what we need, especially over here. Most stuff grows outside, so it'll just be things like okra, plants that need a little bit more warmth, and for getting things going in the spring. So yeah, quite pleased with that. Well, it's Tuesday 19th of March. It's a really dull, grey, horrible day here today. It was lovely yesterday, but it's gone back to being dull. I don't mind. We've had a bit of rain, which we desperately needed here. So I'm now just trying to sort the polytunnel. I've fixed it up with all the old polythene. It would have been nice to have bought new polythene rather than use the old stuff that was ripped. But I've managed to get one bay less, which is still big enough for what we need. And obviously the other end is netted. I've just been digging over this patch. It's on a sort of slight raised bed. I've learnt a few things from first year trying to grow stuff over here. One is that weeds grow really quick, and the other is it gets extremely hot and dries out quick. So in an effort to help with the overheating, and plus we'd lost some of this sheet at the bottom where it ripped out the ground, I've done a different system with a wood batten, and then it's connected to the down posts. I can tighten it up and knock it down to make it tighter, or if I wanted to I could flick it up, but that wouldn't really work. So essentially that's holding the polytunnel sheet down. The area underneath will act as an air gap. I will put netting on that to stop anything from coming in. I just haven't got any or enough at the moment. The two raised beds, all a bit of a mess because I'm still in the process of sorting it all out. The two raised beds are going to have mulch over the top, just this sheeting, and I've got some irrigation pipes. I'm going to run these up and down inside here, put this over the top, and then cut holes where I put the plants. I'm hoping that will stop the ground drying out so much. It'll warm the ground up quicker, and obviously as the foliage comes up the sun won't hit that black so much, so it won't stay hot through the summer, but it'll give it an initial warm up and keep the moisture in better, because it'll act like a cap, and with the irrigation pipes in there I can just sort of give it a bit of water for 10 minutes every 2 or 3 days, and that should be adequate. So that's the two raised beds, all dug over, de-weeded, and then irrigation pipes put underneath the black plastic mulch, which hopefully will help the soil to warm up earlier on, and then later on help retain some of the moisture rather than it just evaporating off, and obviously keeping the weeds at bay. Just need to get some netting now for along the bottom here. And the other thing I was going to do is try and make a raised seed bed here, or a heated bed. So basically make a sort of bench with a layer of sand, some water pipes going through it to heat up, layer of sand on the top of that, and then I can put my seed trays on the top of that to act as a warming pad. So that's the polytunnel for now. The other job was that Adam and Lynn from our little Bulgarian adventure, along with Stefan and his father, came to give me a hand to put the wind turbine up. It's a pretty heavy wind turbine on the top of a 4-metre long pole, so it took a little bit of getting up. There was a lot of swearing involved and pointing and discussion on the best way to do it, but we got there in the end. It's up, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. So that's the wind turbine on its pole. I'm not happy with it yet to put the blades on, rudder, etc., wire it up. I don't think the wires that I've used as bracing wires are going to be up to it. What I really want to do is put a ring just above where the fixing points are and have another sort of set of wires coming down, heavier duty ones. There's a little bit of flex. It's not the heaviest gauge tube, but it's all that was available at the right size at the time. When we put it up, one of the ferrules pulled through, even though I'd done it pretty tight. So no, it's not good enough yet to have blades and that on, but it's up, so I can work on it now myself. The difficult thing was getting up there, because it actually weighs probably about 25 kilograms, maybe even 30 kilograms on the end of a long pole, so it actually took 4 of us in the end to do it. I've also put my 2 solar panels here. That one that I had bought intending to put on the Iveco but never got round to. 250, well, it's 280 watts actually, and that's a 250 watt. They're wired up in parallel, so they're also part of the battery charging. At the moment it's just quite a little simple charge controller, putting it into my 12 volt 240 amp hour battery, and I'm intending for that to run a little water heater to make a seedling bed, heated seedling bed, and then we'll see how it all goes in the future. Might be able to make some sort of heating system for the polytunnel, I don't know yet, but it will certainly heat a seedling bed up. So it's quite simple, just on off to the battery, on off to the solar, little charge controller. This will be the charge controller for the wind generator when that... So the next project with the summer kitchen is to take these 2 vines here that are pretty much dead. They really are well past it. It's a shame, I think they're probably the oldest vines here, but they're no good. So I'm going to dig this area out, concrete, level, and then extend this roof down, summer kitchen roof, across, so that we have a larger area to have a nice table and chairs. This is all a bit unlevel, so I can level it all up, and then I want to make that barbecue area into a pizza oven, and I'll make another barbecue on the end of here somewhere, I expect. I'll plan as I go along. Don't buy Raider tools. I had a lovely SDS hammer drill come chisel. Worked when I did the bathroom. Come to use it again now, and the drill part works but the hammer doesn't. And it's quite a big thing, so I'm back to doing it the old way.
What you doing?
I've already said, you know, well, we're extending... Oh. It's all right. So the idea is we're going to extend this out and have a barbecue at the front here somewhere. I don't want to take up all this stone, and that's a big concrete area there, so that getting the levels is going to be a bit awkward. So essentially it's going to be level from this to there is level, and there across to there is going to be level. This will be slightly lower, so I'm going to have a bit of a slope just to here. I don't want to get into this. This is a really hard cement mix. If I start chunking that out, I'm going to have a right mess. So it's essentially it's going to be around there. That will stay as a little flower bed that side of there, just to give us a little bit more room. It won't be perfect, but it will do for now. I've got to do this all the way along here. Hope for my hammer drill. Right out, Pets, come on, you get bits in your eyes. Alright, so that's all levelled up. I've got to go and get some gravel tomorrow for making the cement, and I'll put a little bit more gravel in and then some wire on top, or you know, some rebar on top just to stop any chance of cracking, and then good to go. So there's the concrete laid. I've taken some on a time lapse. Unfortunately, I didn't realise that the storage space on my phone was a bit low, so I haven't actually got that much film of doing it. Got a little bit. Still got to be smoothed off or roughed off, and then obviously I'll take the boards away tomorrow, and bits have got to be made up. There's a bit here I'm going to make up over the back there. That we're going to leave to carry on the flower bed along here, I think. I don't know yet, might just do a step there or something. Right, so that's the bottom bit of the wall done. I've had to protect round here. It's only a little sort of step for putting some flower pots and things on, but Dex has already managed to stand in it. So the idea now, see, none of this is tied in. Normally you'd put rebar around to tie everything in, but I'm having a ring of concrete here, so it will come out as far as here to make a shelf to have the barbecue on, and as a work surface for cooking. Everything's a bit cluttered, so I can't see the sort of area, but it's quite a decent size. There'll be columns up either side, and then where that board comes down, that's where the roof will be coming down. I might try and make the roof a little bit less slanted so that it doesn't come down quite so low as well. That's it for today. I've had enough. I'm absolutely boiling. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's got to be getting on towards 30 degrees today. I'm going to have a beer, and I think Teresa's preparing the vegetables for dinner, so we'll get dinner done and relax. Tomorrow, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Probably some strimming.
No, you're at work tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, no, it's Monday. I've got doing 4 days a week. So that's the end of this video. Teresa says I look like an alcoholic because I've always got a beer in my hand when I film these.
He doesn't look like one, he is one.
It's only because it's the end of the day. I've been doing the wall, I'm really hot.
Nice roast dinner going.
Nice roast dinner on the go, and it's just chill time.
And keeping Dexter off concrete.
So a nice beer.
We would like to say Happy Easter to everyone in the UK and wherever else that celebrates it today. Especially our children and our grandchildren.
Yep.
And family and friends. So Happy Easter to everyone. Yep. Hope you have a lovely time and enjoy the long weekend for you that can.
Yeah. I don't actually know when Easter is in Bulgaria. I know it's not this weekend.
It's the 5th of May.
Yeah, 5th of May. It's quite a long time, isn't it? A month's time. Yeah, so we'll say Happy Easter to you again, I expect.
But we did manage to find, did you?
I've said that at the beginning,
said,
we've got turkey, so looking forward to that. That'd be nice.
And lamb. Expensive lamb.
Well, we got lamb, yeah, but I know traditionally we'd have lamb at Easter, but it was a fresh turkey, and we haven't
actually had any turkey since Christmas in England, because turkey over here usually only comes in legs, and it's very expensive for 2 legs.
Yeah. So whether they have, I don't know why they suddenly got turkeys.
Maybe they have turkey at Easter or lamb.
It's not Easter, is it?
No, but it's running up to Easter, isn't it?
What, a month's time?
Yeah, a lot of people put them in the freezer.
Bishop. Anyway, I digress.
And I love turkey, so I'm more than happy.
Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's all, again, as usual, a bit stitched together with different things. Thank you to Adam and Lynn, Stefan and Penchko for giving us a hand to put the wind turbine pole up. I definitely wouldn't manage it on my own, and I doubt very much just Adam and I would have managed it, to be honest. It was quite a hard thing to do.
I mean, yeah, I was filming it, but Lynn wouldn't look.
No, we didn't actually. Well, you'll know from the video, I haven't actually put any film in because we didn't film any, we just took photographs.
Just took photos, yeah.
Yeah, Stefan's not that keen on being filmed, and it would have been a bit too comedy orientated. There was a lot of swearing going on, and don't push that way, pull this way, oh, careful. So, it's up. The next video I'll show the summer kitchen being finished.
And the wind turbine.
Hopefully a bit more of the wind turbine. Whether I'll get the blades on and get it running, I don't know yet, but I've got so much to do. I've got work elsewhere as well, and keeping on top of, you know, we've got an acre of land here and everything is really starting to grow now, so just keeping on top of that. And obviously it's the busy time in the polytunnel, trying to get everything growing. So I don't know how much I'll get done with wind turbines. I think it's just going to be the...
Well, I help where I can, but there's certain things I can't do, like...
Yeah.
Anyway,
thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Happy Easter.
Bye.
Cheers for now. Okay, it's not my wind turbine, but it's pretty impressive. And noisy. It's amazing how those blades flex as well. I don't know if you can see it on that one over there. Don't know if I can zoom in. really flex.